I put them, Dr. Mendeville
Okay,
and
you
Sean,
got it. Okay.
and then Tamika Banks. I think it'll be all right. Good evening. Welcome to the Tempe All-City Association Spring Awards. And welcome to Mountain Point High School. My name is Jim Denton. I spent a few years in this district as a teacher and a coach and an assistant principal, and I did a little bit of everything in the years I was here. But it's a great district. I'm very, very honored to be able to do this because this is near and dear to my heart, that we recognize the young people of this district and the parents of their hard work and their efforts that they have. There's some introductions I'd like to make right now. Dr. Mendeville, our superintendent, would you please stand? You're here somewhere, aren't you? Sean McDonald, the associate superintendent. Mr. Dave Huffine, who's our district athletic director. Couple of principals. Stacy White from Desert Vista. Almost said Deer Valley. And Ms. Tamika Banks from Mountain Point, right here. I'd also like to introduce the district athletic directors from the schools because having served in this capacity myself, I know that none of this would be possible without them. And they put in an inordinate amount of time, and I'm sure you've seen them at some capacity or some event somewhere down the road. Tempe High, Shelley Arredondo. McClintock, Jermaine Whitaker. Linica Reese, Marcos Deniza. You won't stand? Sylvester Glover from Corona del Sol. He's the incoming. Aaron Frana from Mountain Point. And the Desert Vista, Dave Klecka. Well, let's go ahead and get started and recognize the athletes and some of the other people that we're here to honor tonight. I would like to, at this time, introduce Karen Jacobson and Don Wilkinson, who will come up and make some Tempe All-City Association Excellence Award winners.
Thanks. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone and congratulate all of you for All-City, especially the athletes and especially the Excellence Award winners. hopefully they're here. He's a soccer player, so they're out of season right now. I want to tell you first a little bit about what the Excellence Award, why it's named the Bill Kajikawa Excellence Award. He was a legendary football, basketball, and baseball coach at Arizona State University, and he was also the football practice field is named after him. Now he coached for over 40 years there. He was also selected Arizona History Maker, and he's an ASU Athletic Hall of Fame. So he was a recipient of the Don Carlos Humanitarian Award and served in the service during World War II. He served with distinction in the Army with the 442nd Regimental Combat Team. The 442nd was made up of all Japanese Americans. It was the most decorated unit for its size and length of service in the entire United States Army. So the Excellence Award is real important for these people and very honorable to get. So could I have, hopefully he's here, if not I'll read a few things. Is Andrew here? Andrew Borner? There he is, good. Hi, Andrew. The All City Association would like to present you with this check. And let's say a couple, you stand here for a little bit. This guy is a soccer player, is a very good soccer player. He was all-region in 2023, and he was the most valuable player for the Corona del Sol soccer team. And you want to say a couple other things that you like to do, Andrew, and where are you going to school?
I'm going up to NAU next year and studying business management. I also spend some of my time running track, not this year and stuff, but I'm also a big cross-country runner. So it's another couple things about me.
Thank you. Our next presenter is Karen Jacobson.
I'm very honored to be here tonight, as I am every year, and thanking the Tempe All-City Association for giving me the honor of giving this award and also naming this award in my daughter's honor. I knew tonight would be a little bit bittersweet because on this stage that I'm standing on 25 years ago, I watched my daughter walk across the stage and get the award for being the outstanding senior female athlete. And then I watched her walk across the stage and get the outstanding female scholar athlete award, as I did for all 4 years of her time here. Also, 25 years ago this week, I was out in the football stadium here to watch her give the welcome address as she graduated second in her class of 785 students. It was 25 years ago also that Corey won this award that I'm about to give tonight. And I just want to say to the athletes and the parents out there that this is a special night, this is a special award. And whether it's a year from now or 10 years from now or 25 years from now, you will remember tonight. Maybe not all of it, but you will remember this award. And it is a special one because 40 years ago, some young Tempe men felt that they needed a way to honor our athletes at our Tempe schools. And they came up with the Tempe All-City Association. And there have been thousands of these awards given out in the last 40 years. And I think these people deserve your applause right now. I have two of these award winners. Corey went on to go to Georgia Tech, and she graduated in 3 years with honors. And she also was awarded by the athletic department at Georgia Tech the Total Person Award. And that's what I've always thought of this award, as the Total Person Award. And this is the 15th year that we've given this award in Corey's name and in Corey's memory. And tonight, I would like to call up Jocelyn Briska from Desert Vista High School. And Ella Lamagora from Corona del Sol. First of all, this is Jocelyn. Jocelyn is a softball player and was also a badminton player, which is very dear to my heart because that's what Corey was. She has played varsity softball all 4 years. She is graduating with a 4.3 GPA. She's going to the University of Alabama on a softball scholarship. I told her I love Southern softball because my daughter played at Georgia Tech and my granddaughter played at University of Mississippi. So have some Southern-based softball here. She's also been involved with volunteering for food for starving children. She, this year, had a friend that was on the baseball team that had leukemia, and she and a few other friends developed a fundraiser where they raised over $10,000. Jocelyn, will you introduce your parents?
My parents are Paul and Melissa, and they're sitting right over there.
Okay. Would you stand up, please? Yeah. Paul did give me kind of a little bit of an interesting story that was shared with me that 31 years after he was born, on the exact same day and at the exact same time, his daughter was born. So I thought that was kind of an unusual little statement. Okay. And Ella is a senior at Corona del Sol, 4.34 GPA. She's 78th out of 646 students, and from what I can read here, an amazing volleyball player. Ella, where are you going to go to school?
Long Beach State University.
Awesome. Yeah. She's played both volleyball and beach volleyball all 4 of her years. She's been named to the All-Arizona Girls Volleyball team for the Arizona Republic. She's been a Gatorade Player of the Year nominee, Prep Volleyball Academic All-American, Prep Volleyball Top 150 Best National Players. So definitely an amazing job that you've done, and best of luck, and I would like you to introduce your parents.
My parents are Morella and Sanad, and my grandma's joining me. Yubitsa Karahasan, they're sitting in the middle over there.
Stand up, please. And I have awards from Tempe All City for Jocelyn and for Ella. Congratulations.
Okay, if we could get all of the tennis recipients and their coaches to come over here to my right.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sylvester Glover. First, want to thank the All-City Committee for and the district office for putting together such a wonderful event to recognize these fantastic student athletes. I'm currently the Dean of Students at Corona del Sol and the incoming athletic director. Unfortunately, the current AD, Brian Fleming, was not able to attend as he is being recognized himself for being a coach of the 1993 Aztec Championship team. Anyway, the first athlete that I would like to recognize tonight is Ariana Vandergeest. I would also like to recognize her parents, her mother, Virginia, and father, Jacques Vandergeest. Ariana is a senior this year. She's had an amazing season for us. She's been playing tennis for 8 years and has been on the Corona team for the past 3 years. Ariana and Madison were doubles partners this year, and they advanced to the round of 16 at the state tournament. She has a 3.9 GPA and will continue her education at Arizona State University, studying business management. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Ariana Vandergeest. I would also like to recognize the other half of the All-City doubles team, Ms. Madison Wasson. I'd like to recognize her parents, Mother Gina and Father Devin Wasson. We're very excited. We're going to have Madison back next year. She played the number 3 singles for us all year and was partnered with Ariana in doubles. Madison is a junior, and we're proud to say she's a multi-sport varsity athlete that participates in both varsity basketball and also varsity tennis. She's a member of the National Honor Society and carries a GPA of 4.5. As a 3-year varsity tennis player, Madison has represented the Aztecs at the state tournament in the past 2 years, once in singles and once in doubles. Corona del Sol is very proud to have both these young ladies represent our school and the district as phenomenal student athletes. I give you Miss Madison Wasson.
All right, 1 minute, Coach Klecka. I got it. I have the honor of introducing to you tonight Will Gable, Desert Vista High School's #1 tennis player. Will, if you wouldn't mind stepping over here, introduce your parents as well, your family.
There's my dad, Matt, my mom, Erin, and my sister, Lauren.
Excellent. Great. Thank you. This is my first year coaching at Desert Vista. I've got 2 daughters there that play varsity volleyball, but first year coaching tennis. And Will's parents were phenomenal. They were at every match, home and away. So great support. He's got a great family, great network. It's just an honor and a privilege to coach Will this year. I wish I had Will for 3 more years or more. Just amazing athlete. It's impossible to cram everything into 1 minute, but he's a great player, 4-year varsity player, stud who qualified for state every year. Has the shots and he's got the tools. He's a coach's dream. You just hand him the playbook and he'll execute. It's great. I mean, we swept the conference because he knows what he's doing and he knows how to lead his team. He's got a strong mind, strong body, on a roll, an amazing GPA, 4.0, unweighted, with a full senior year load. He always works out at the gym after practice, which makes me question, is my practice tough enough? But he keeps going. He doesn't know quit. And he's always got that smile on his face, which is infectious to all of us. So always a positive attitude on the court, at practice, and in matches. Will motivates his teammates with leadership and work ethic, and a great example of a captain for our younger teammates, both on and off the court. He has amazing volunteer time and efforts with the Ahwatukee Boys Club charity, D1 Central Section Player of the Year. Will was our Joe Sella Character Award recipient this year, and tonight, Tempe Union All-City Boys Tennis Player of the Year. Congratulations, Will, on a fantastic career. You do well at ASU and beyond. Congrats.
Hi, I'm Karen Crane from McClintock High School, and it is my wonderful privilege to present to you my doubles team, Akshay Ventilakachalam and Maddox Lado. They are accompanied by their parents, and Akshay's grandmother is here as well. So I'd like to thank the parents for raising such wonderful gentlemen. Akshay and Maddox have played together for 3 years. They've made it to the state tournament the last 2, and this year they represented McClintock proudly as quarterfinalists at the state tournament and the D2 tournament. They were also recognized as the doubles section team of the year, and Akshay was also recognized as the singles section player of the year as well. So Akshay is graduating with a 4.86 GPA, and he will be attending Northwestern to study civil engineering. As I said, he's a 4-year varsity tennis player, and this year he amazingly served our team as captain and leader. He helped run practices, he motivated the younger boys, and was an outstanding leader. He's also a member of the speech and debate team and has done very well at speech and debate. Maddox is also made quarterfinals of the state tournament and has also a 4-year varsity athlete. He is an outstanding cellist at the Symphonic Orchestra, which is where he'll be leaving in just a couple of minutes to go for his final concert. So they have worked together beautifully as a team. And the one thing I want to say about Maddox is I've coached for many years. His work ethic is outstanding. He was the first to practice. He was the last to leave. He always said, I just have to hit a few more serves, coach. And he served us really well as a role model for our younger boys. It's been a pleasure to work with these 2 young men. Maddox will be attending Arizona State and studying mechanical engineering, and the world is fortunate to have these 2 wonderful young gentlemen. It's been my privilege to work with them. Thank you very much.
If we could have the beach volleyball players, athletes, and coaches.
Good evening, I'm Ben Maxfield from Corona del Sol, and I'm the beach volleyball coach. Jim Denton hired me 22 years ago, so thank you, Jim, back there. Okay, thank you to the Tempe All-City for always honoring and recognizing our student athletes. Thank you to Brian Fleming for being an amazing AD. These 2 young women here helped our team to win the Section 1 title for the 6th year in a row for beach volleyball, and they earned the number 2 seed in the state tournament. So first I'm going to present Kirsten Barton right here. She's going to wave. Yay. Okay. Kirsten, this is a senior, and this is her 2nd All-City recognition for beach volleyball and her 4th overall, including indoor volleyball. Kirsten is a joy to watch on the court with her passion and love for the game, and I'm so proud of her for her growth in the classroom. Due to her efforts, Kirsten will be attending the University of Washington to compete on both the indoor and beach volleyball teams, and she is planning on studying architecture. Congratulations, Kirsten. So we already heard a little bit about Ella. So this is Ella Lomagora. She is a senior, and this is her 5th All-City recognition, including indoor and beach volleyball. Ella is a natural leader who leads by example and through encouragement. She has been a tremendous mentor, not only to our younger players, but to our students school-wide. Ella will be playing next year at Long Beach State University, where the current plan is to study business administration with an emphasis in finance. And I'd also like to recognize that they won the indoor state championship as well. So congratulations, ladies. Very good.
Okay, next we'd like to talk about our boys' baseball program. If I could get all the baseball coaches and the baseball players to come over here, and we'll line up this way. And the lady that is helping over here is Barb Neal. She is Mr. Huffine's assistant, administrative assistant. You know, I was just about to say that. You can't ever get the job done unless you have a great administrative assistant. So, and I must apologize. Administrative Molly. I worked with her at the football tournament here, but Molly does a great job here for Mr. Frana, who is the AD here at Mountain Point. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Pat Herrera, Desert Vista High School. Our winner of the All-City this year was Brendan Burke. Berkey, as we call him, has been my starting catcher for 2 years. And if you know much about baseball, we put a lot of pressure on him. He's called every pitch for us for 2 years. Just a tough kid. He was our leading hitter this year. Led us in all offensive categories. But more importantly, the reason I love this kid is, and this is a true story, the cafeteria workers love him and know him by name. Every security guard, all of his teachers, his parents did very well raising this young man, and we're lucky to have him at Desert Vista. Congratulations.
Good evening. First off, my name is Matt Courtney. I'm the head baseball coach at Marcos. First of all, I'd like to thank the All-City organization for everything they do for athletes and athletic programs in Tempe. Also, a shout out to Miss Reese, our athletic director. It is her birthday tonight, and she's here hanging out with us. So I get the opportunity this evening to represent and speak about two amazing athletes. Noah Hine and Dallas Vacaneri. Both captains for the program. Both Dallas and Noah have their families here. You guys want to stand up, say hi? I'd like to say thank you to both of your families for allowing me to allow your boys to be in my life and me to be in their life. Thank you. Noah is representing the Marcos All-City member for the second time. He's been a 2-year starter for us. He's played pretty much everywhere. He's been in the outfield most of the time. He'll play third base, second base. He threw some, basically anywhere we said he went. Dallas has been a 3-year starter for us and a rock for us in the program. He's been our everyday shortstop. The last 2 years, he's been our number one on the mound. Dallas is presented with the opportunity to move on to the next level and move out of his comfort zone. He's going to an unknown part of the country. He gets to learn the snow and all that kind of good stuff. So congratulations to both of you guys.
Got my notes. Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Webb. I'm the head coach at Corona del Sol High School. I want to thank the Tempe All-City Association as well. I've done this for many years, and it's always been a very classy ceremony, and it's very special to Tempe. So I want to thank the All-City Association. We were honored this year with 3 athletes that are All-City from Corona del Sol. I'm going to work from this guy and work on down. I just noticed you guys all have 3 matching ties. Nice. It's a good touch. The first one is Cole Carlone. Cole is accompanied by his dad, Derek. Cole's a senior outfielder and first baseman and left-handed pitcher for us, kind of does it all. He's a 3-year starter for us. If he's not getting it done at the plate, he's definitely getting it done on the mound for us. He always hit in the meat of the order. and was one of the most formidable threats, again, both at the plate, on the mound as well. He's a super aggressive player that, again, can hurt you offensively. On the mound, he can straight up dominate you. He was 7-2 this year, I think, with 61 innings pitched, definitely our ace, and he broke the school strikeout record with 90 strikeouts. His will to win and his buy into culture are two of the things that I appreciate the most about Cole. He was truly impactful all the way through to our program, from the first day he stepped on campus until the last day, the last out of our season this year. Every team needs leadership, especially from their seniors, and to be invested, to have buy-in into your program, and that's how you create a good culture. And it's guys like Cole who are culture builders, and he leaves such a lasting legacy in what he did as a leader for our program. He's an academic achiever as well. He's leaving with, I believe, a 3.9. I looked that up today. It's not too shabby. He was voted this year first team 6A All-State, as well as being named the Central Region Player of the Year. He's also going to be representing the 6A South in the All-Star game. I'm told he's probably going to get the start for the All-Star game. And then next year, he's moving on just down the street to play at Arizona State University. Cole Carlone. Next guy in the middle is Miles Harrison. Miles is accompanied by his parents, Brian and Shannon. He's a 2-year letter winner. He's a junior at Corona. He's played first base, and he's also a starting pitcher for us. Predominantly as a sophomore, he really helped fill a void by doing a lot of pitching in a starting role and shine for us as a sophomore. This year, we kind of thought he would have that same role a little bit, but he surprised us for the first part of the season. Didn't really hit all that much, and then he just picked it up. And when he got his shot, he took off. Ended up hitting 400 this year, and never really came under 400. He's a clutch hitter. He's a hard worker. His stats were super impressive when you got into conference, especially. I think he hit it close to 600 in conference. Tons of clutch hits, tons of RBIs, and a big reason why we won the Central Region this year. Along with being named Tempe All-City, he was also first team All-Central Region, and he was honorable mention All-States. We're very happy to have him back for his senior campaign, Miles Harrison. Last but not least is Jaden Loray, and Jaden is accompanied by his dad, Ben. He's a sophomore second baseman. He was our two-hole hitter or leadoff hitter for the majority of the year. It's his second year on varsity, which is not usual at Corona to have freshmen playing on varsity, but he did letter as a freshman as well. I'd say his greatest attributes are his all-out style of play, his love of competition, his dogged work ethic. You always knew he was going to bring his best effort every single day. He's as scrappy as they come. He's, I would call him the honorary little brother to our senior class. You know anything about little brothers? Sometimes they loved him. Sometimes they needed to give him a reality check. But he contributed greatly to us all year. Super aggressive kid at the plate, can really handle the bat. On defense, over the last 2 years, he's made 3 total errors in 2 years, and he hasn't even played his junior season yet. Next year, he's going to make the move over to shortstop, and no doubt he'll be a lockdown infielder for us. This year, he was voted first team 6A Central and honorable mention All-State. And just like his older brother Cole here, he is committed. He's only a sophomore, but he is committed to ASU, and we really look forward to see what he's going to do in the next 2 years. Jaden Loray.
Hi, my name is Max Pincus. I'm the baseball coach here at Mountain Point. And we are fortunate enough to have 2 of our outfielders join us tonight together for an All-City award. First, we have Mr. Zach Stevens. So, yeah. Zach is really the epitome of somebody who forces a coach to put them in the lineup. He wasn't necessarily a starter from day one, and he forced us to put him in the lineup. He ended up leading our team in hitting. I think he hit 452 on the year. In our second or third game on the season, he kind of kickstarted our season with a walk-off home run against Perry, one of the biggest hits of the season. Unfortunately, he kind of stumbled upon a little bit of an injury in midseason and worked himself back into shape and picked up right where he left off. So, Zach Stevens. Next, we have Mr. Tegan Kearney. He is a 4-year letter award winner for us here at Mountain Point and was our center fielder and is truly what every single team needs at the top of their lineup, defensively, in the dugout. He has everything a coach could ask for. He won us numerous games with his bat in the field. In fact, there was one game where Tegan has never played an inning of infield for us. And we're in a game where we were scrambling. I think we used like 19, 20 guys off our bench. And I kind of look at Tegan, Tegan, can you play second base? He goes, can I use my outfield glove? I go, yeah. He goes, I'm not going to miss a ball. And there he goes out there and plays second base for the last couple innings of the game. So, Tegan Kearney.
Good evening. My name is Aaron Burnett. I am an assistant coach at Tempe High. This is my second year as a baseball coach and second and final year of coaching Luis Renteria. So Luis is joined tonight by his family. If you want to go ahead and introduce them.
My mom, Maria, my dad, Gerardo, my sister, Crystal, brother-in-law, Trinidad, and my girlfriend, Esmeralda.
So it takes a lot to get up to a stage like this. We look a lot at statistics in baseball. You know, we look at ERA, batting average, things like that, two things that Luis really excelled at. But honestly, the things that make Luis the person that he is, you will find off the field. He is a photographer, he is a loyal friend, and he is just a wonderful person to be around. When I came into the program last year, I was told very early on how good of a baseball player Luis was. He ended up playing 4 years on varsity, and he is going to take all of that experience that we tried to instill upon him, although he knows probably quite a bit more about baseball than I do. He's going to take that experience onto MCC to play baseball, which we are very excited to go and watch him play next year. So please join me in congratulating Luis Renteria.
Next, we'd like to honor softball, so coaches and athletes, if you could come forward, please.
Come on up. All right. Good evening, and thank you for having. My name is Sean Thornton. I'm the head coach at Corona del Sol, and it's my honor to introduce these 5 ladies that all made the Tempe All-City team. First and foremost, I want to thank our athletic director, Brian, and Sly. Thanks for coming, Sly. It's good to see you here. The district reps, the Tempe All-City Association, and of course our wonderful parents that have traveled to Tucson multiple times and go wherever we go to be the most supportive, loud parents that anybody has. When you have girls with this, talk about them kind of as a group for a minute, but with the talent mixed with all their incredible hard work ethic, it almost makes your job easier, and it's incredibly enjoyable to go to the field every single day with them. They know how to make you laugh, and they know when to turn it on and start practicing and working hard. All of their hard work and everything they've done helped lead this program to a playoff appearance in each of my first 3 years as a head coach, including this year where we went down to Tucson and knocked off the number 3 seed in the tournament. And to make it an even more impressive feat, I think, in my opinion, was that we had to go to Tucson, and it was the night of their prom. And prom for girls, as you know, is a very special day, so to get them motivated up and running to play a game, but I've never seen a group of girls run off a softball field so fast in my life. All 5 up here are first-time award winners for the Tempe All-City selections. Also, all 5 of them were selected to the Central Region All-Region team this year. They collectively, as a group, led us in every major offensive category. Madison and Jackie set the table for us. Sienna, Olivia, and Abby are the ones that knock them in. So leading us in all those categories, including which we thought was impressively kind of the best thing, was they all batted over 400. And when you looked at our schedule, it's an incredibly impressive thing considering they had matchups against both 6A and 5A state champions from this year. Aside from being great offensively, they all had above a 960 fielding percentage, which is truly amazing. And I think the best stat of them all is they all have at least a 3.0 or higher GPA. Don't laugh. These 5 are, between the 5 of them, 2 of them represent the strong leadership that we've had at Corona. Jackie and Madison are seniors that'll be leaving us after playing for 3 years and leaving their mark on the program. And Olivia, Sienna, and Abby kind of mark the future and the strength that we still have moving forward, and how I think that we will still field a competitive and strong team moving forward. Individually, all very special people. First, Jackie Ibarra, right here. She is accompanied by her parents, Mary and Jeff. Jackie might be the life of the team. If you need a joke, she has one for you daily. We actually did it daily. I don't know if she's ready for it right now. She is a senior who will be leaving us. She took care of it in the circle for us and played outfield and hit as a leadoff hitter. She will be continuing her softball career at Biola University in La Mirada, California, where she will be studying elementary education. Madison, who is accompanied by her parents, Angel and Sarah. Madison, also a senior, will be leaving us, has probably been one of our super utility players that we've had. She played second, she played short, and against her will at times she would even go into the outfield, which we are incredibly appreciative of, but could really do everything. Offensively was great. She probably led the state in hit by pitches as well. Madison will be continuing her college education at Chandler Gilbert Community College. Junior third baseman Olivia Rios is accompanied by her parents, Geneva and Val. Olivia is one of the players that is constantly smiling, constantly has jokes, always has something good to say, and might be the funniest person I've ever been around on the field. If you've ever got some people that are down, just put her around Olivia. They will be smiling within about 30 seconds. She's just one of those people you love to have around your program because of the energy and the laughter that she brings. Luckily enough for us, we have Olivia for one more year. Sienna Mraz was selected as the first baseman. She's accompanied by her parents, Carlos and Delia. Sienna is an incredibly hard worker for us. She gives us everything that she had, including one day she was at Gilbert and she hit the bag wrong and she turned her ankle, and it was one of those ones that you think that she may have broken it or something. Could barely walk, but she refused to come out of the game. She smiled, said she was perfectly fine, finished the game up for us. Unfortunately, had to take about a week off after that because it was a serious injury, but that just kind of speaks to the player that she is. She continues to battle through everything just to make sure that she can stay on the field and continue fighting. Again, lucky for us, we have her for one more year. Sienna Moraes. And last but not least, we have Abby Richart, accompanied by her parents, Allison and Wesley. Abby, again, just one of these players that will fit in anywhere you would like. She's played shortstop, she's played second, she catches, she does everything. She has been one of our best hitters. She is also one of the hardest workers I've ever been around. When the team leaves, Abby comes back onto the field, brings you a basket of balls and a bat, and asks you to keep swinging for the next 20, 30 minutes, or as long as it takes for her to be comfortable wherever she's at. And that really speaks to the volumes of, the strides that she has made over the coming years. She works so hard and has gotten so good at what she does. She is only a junior, but after her senior year, she will continue on to CSU Pueblo to continue her softball career. Abby Richart. Thank you guys very much.
Good evening. My name is Chris Crowell. I'm the head coach at Desert Vista. I would too also like to thank the Tempe All-City for continuing to recognize all these outstanding spring athletes. I would also like to thank our administration there at Desert Vista for constantly supporting our program and us in all that we do here. Tonight it is my pleasure and privilege to talk about two outstanding young ladies, Jocelyn Brisky and Alexa Ward. These ladies have been instrumental in helping our program achieve new heights. During their time, we've had 65 wins and have an over 75% win ratio during that time. Both of these ladies have been 3-time All-City, 3-time All-Central Region Award winners, and both these ladies are going to continue their education and softball careers at the next level. Both of these ladies also have a weighted GPA of over 4.0 and have been captains for our team. And more than that, they are just amazing people. First, let me introduce Jocelyn Brisky. Tonight, she's accompanied by her parents, Paul and Melissa. Let's give them a round of applause. Please bear with me because I have a lot of stuff I want to share because this is her last year with us. So it has truly been a joy coaching this extremely talented and record-breaking athlete for the past 4 years. She excels on and off the field. She was responsible for helping, as Ms. Jacobson said earlier, helping organize a fundraiser for our baseball player that was diagnosed with leukemia. She also does additional training outside to improve everything that she's all about. She's an extremely hard worker in the classroom as well. She carries a 4.3 GPA. In addition, this last couple years, she has been a 3-time All-Central Region Player of the Year award winner, as well as the All-City award winner. During her time in the last 4 years, she has been breaking records left and right for us. She broke the all-time strikeout record season for last year for 291, and this year amassed, with 4 years collectively, strike out 1,009 in her career. And that's also putting her 12th in the country as well. During that time, this year actually, in fact, she actually struck out 21 batters in a single game. Quite impressive, yes. So, in addition to all of that, she's had the most wins in a season. She's also had the most shutouts, which is 30. She's had 8 no-hitters and 2 perfect games. Her career ERA for 4 years is .59. Not only she did well on the circle for us, but she's an amazing hitter as well. In her career, she has a .463 batting average, 117 hits, 96 RBIs, 19 doubles, and 29 home runs, all the while also with a fielding percentage of .992. It has truly been a pleasure and an honor getting a chance to work with her. I'm very excited to see that she will continue her softball career at the University of Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, Jocelyn Brisky. Next, we have Alexa Ward. She's accompanied by her parents, Megan and Mark. Alexa is a truly remarkable student athlete who makes me a better coach and person. She is our field general. She goes above and beyond helping all the younger and veteran players as well. She's an excellent communicator. She is well respected by the coaches in our region and our city. She too has been a 4-year starter for us and has a career batting average of .445, 109 hits, 75 RBIs, and 13 home runs. She has also thrown out over 20 runners trying to steal on her. She has a perfect fielding percentage. She too has been a 3-time All-City winner, 3-time All-Central Region Award winner, and goes above and beyond on everything that we could possibly ask. In addition to that, she is a tremendous student. She has a 4.4 GPA, and her classroom teachers and administrators speak very highly of her attitude and her classroom performance. She, along with Jocelyn, have left a tremendous legacy in our program. I'm very excited for Alexa's next step, as she will be going to Harvard University. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexa War.
Good evening. My name is Charlie Marshall. I'm the head softball coach at McClintock, and I would like to introduce to you Corey Palmer, and she's accompanied by her parents, Clint and Cindy. Corey is truly a student athlete. She's probably the hardest working kid I've ever coached. She's been with me for 4 years. And from the start of her freshman year till this season, she never missed an off-season workout or an in-season practice. She just never missed. Because of that hard work, she's here tonight. She's not just an all-city, she was also the 5A Metro Region Offensive Player of the Year. But it's not just the softball work, it's the class work. She's a 4.79 student. She was a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society. She has now received the New American University's President's Award, and she will be studying, what are you studying? Come on, tell them, because this is hard for me to say.
Computational Mathematical Sciences at ASU.
Next year, okay? We at McClintock are going to miss her, and this is absolutely one of the best kids, young people I've ever coached, Corey Palmer. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jess Portillo, and I'm the Mount Point varsity head softball coach. I have Mia Chavez up here with me, and she is accompanied by her family, Tim, Suanne, and Coco. I first met Mia earlier this year, and about 20 minutes after she left my desk, Coach Decker approached me and told me about this amazing girl who would be perfect for the Mount Point softball team, and was immediately rambling on. And if you know Coach Decker and you have him on your side, you are an elite. So Mia came out to the field and absolutely was amazing. She has shown dedication to playing softball, plays it with passion, and is absolutely in love with the sport. For the 2023 season, Mia led the Pride and the 5A Santan region with the highest batting average, the highest slugging percentage, and the highest on-base percentage. She was on the second team all-region for 5A Santan, and along with her dedication to the sport, Mia is dedicated to her education. She takes student-athlete to the next level, taking honors and AP courses all throughout her high school life. She maintains a weighted GPA of a 4.31, and she was recently awarded her academic award for the 2023 school year. Congratulations, Mia.
Next, we'd like to recognize the boys volleyball players.
Hi, I'm Jeff Horwich. I'm the boys varsity volleyball coach at Corona del Sol. I'd first like to thank the Tempe All-City Association for putting on this great event to honor our student athletes. I would also like to thank the best athletic director in the state, Brian Fleming, for all his support. We couldn't do it without his steady leadership, and excited for Sly's new role next year with us. The first player I would like to introduce tonight is Luke Volchek. Luke is here tonight with his mom, Daniela, and dad, Pete. Luke is a junior and has been on varsity for 3 seasons. This is his first time being honored as Tempe All-City. Luke was also named first team All-Central Region. He has demonstrated strong leadership while serving as captain. Luke showed relentless pursuit of the ball, and that has helped us play with some of the best teams in state. His goal was always to make sure his team was in the best position possible, volleyball-wise and scouting. Off the court, Luke strives to be the best in the classroom as well, with a weighted GPA of 4.1. Excited to have him for 1 more year and see him on the stage again next year. Thank you, Luke. The second player I'm going to introduce tonight is John Seddon. John is here tonight with his mom, Stephanie. John has been on varsity for 4 seasons and has rarely stepped off the court since he's been a student at Corona. This is his first time being honored as Tempe All-City. John has had a major impact on our program during his senior campaign, not only one of our 3 captains, but was also a leader in almost every statistical category. He was a mini coach I could count on during games and practices. John truly showed his passion and love for the game throughout his career. Off the court, John strives to be the best in the classroom as well, with a weighted GPA of 4.1. He will be attending Arizona State University and playing on their men's club team while majoring in mechanical engineering. It has been a pleasure to coach John for all 4 of his years at Corona, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for him. Congratulations, John. The third player I am introducing tonight is Ollie Hinder. Ollie is here tonight with his mom, Jen, dad, Russ, and his favorite sister, Matilda. This is only Ollie's second year playing volleyball. He's also a high-level basketball player for us. This is Ollie's first year on Tempe All-City for volleyball and made honorable mention Central Region. Ollie has grown so much in the short time playing volleyball. He is truly a coach's kid and the son of a former professional athlete. Ollie really took on his new position on the team, playing as an opposite. His 6'10" frame became a challenge to most hitters that tried to hit against him. It was a pleasure to coach Ollie, and excited to see what he accomplishes playing basketball at Benedictine University, studying statistics. The fourth player I'm introducing tonight is Cade Banks. Cade is here with his dad, Eric. This is Cade's 3rd time on Tempe All-City. Cade was also named first team All-Central Region. He has been our team setter for the past 4 years on varsity and one of our captains. Cade was a constant facilitator to the team and helping each player become successful on the court, as well as doing what was necessary for the team to be great. Cade works hard in the classroom with a weighted GPA of a 4.7. It has been a pleasure to coach Cade these past 4 years, and he will truly be missed. Cade will be attending Arizona State University Barrett Honors while playing on their men's club team and majoring in finance. Congratulations, Cade.
Good evening. My name is Joaquin Santa Cruz. This is my first season at Desert Vista and my first Tempe All-Season banquet. Being a part of this is really cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this at the high school level, so really cool to see all of our athletes be recognized. The 2 gentlemen that I have next to me, first being Gary Williams. He's a junior middle blocker at Desert Vista and one of our leaders. Even though he didn't carry the title captain for us this year, definitely was a energy leader and vocal leader on and off the court for us. Him being a junior makes me really excited in my first season. Just gets to come back and keep building for us. Next to him is Mr. Jackson Walsh. Jackson is a 2-time All-City Award recipient. really great athlete, really good leader. Did carry the title captain for us. Also moved out of the middle onto a pin and really led the way offensively for us. Couldn't be prouder of both of these guys in my first year, and was really excited to have both of them by my side. Thanks again. Congrats, boys.
Thank you, Coach.
Next, we'd like to recognize the boys' track teams.
So I'm Patrick Scott. I am the boys head coach at Corona del Sol High School. And I have the privilege of introducing two phenomenal athletes up here today. One of the things that for each of the athletes that you guys will see up here today from our school is there are a lot of record holders, school record holders up here. So the first one I'm going to introduce is Tyler Tissinger. Tyler, from pretty much, if you guys have driven around any area around Corona, or maybe around Tempe in general, you probably have seen him running somewhere. Beginning of the year, I remember hearing a bunch of kids were like, yeah, basically we're going to go to In-N-Out and eat, and we went up there and Tyler ran there to meet us there. You know, so he's an athlete who just absolutely loves to run, was one of the top athletes in cross country over the last 4 years, as well as a dominating athlete on the track. Tyler is the school record holder in the 800, as well as a member of the 4x4 team that also set the state record at the state meet this year. He also was fourth at division in the 4x4. He was fifth in the 800, eighth in the 800 over the last couple of years, fifth in the 1600 in his career. In terms of city, he was first in the 800 and first in the 1600 this year. He was second in the 1600, and he's also been first in the 1600. So across his career, he's dominated in the events that he's ran. Next year, he is going to go to Cornell. So he also has some brains up there. So he's going to continue there, and we're excited to see what he's going to do in the future. The next athlete I have the privilege of introducing is also a school record holder, was a member of the 4x4 team, ran on it with Tyler. He pretty much is one of those athletes who his very first year was the lovely COVID year, as most of the athletes we have up here are seniors who didn't really have a freshman year. But one of the memories I have of him his freshman year, the first meet of the season, the only meet we had was at Aztec Invite. Alex, we need you to run a little relaxed. Alex doesn't run relaxed. He has no slow. He goes all out all the time and gets over hurdle number 3 in the 300-meter hurdles at the Aztec Invite and goes down. So that was one of my first memories. And then we slowly, steadily were able to actually work on those things. And one of my favorite memories that I heard from this season is he got interviewed after he won the Chandler Rotary Invite this year. And one of the things they said to him is that you look so relaxed and composed over the last part of the race. And he goes, yeah, that's what we've been talking about, and that's what we've been working on. So the see coming from the freshman year to hearing that is absolutely amazing. Within division running, he was 6th in the 100 hurdles. He's been 2nd in 300 hurdles, 8th in 300 hurdles. At the state level, he was 4th in the 110 hurdles this year. They were 6th in the 4x4. He's been a 2-time 110 champion and 2-time 300 hurdle champion. He was also 2nd in the 110 hurdles. So he's done a lot on the track as well. So that's Alex Lutz.
Hi, I'm Coach Mattoon, head boys coach over at Desert Vista. I've got 5 guys with me, but 6 names to recognize. First off, I want to recognize Nicholas Hawk here. Nick is a senior. He's been with us for all 4 years, but much like many of these seniors, they had their freshman season cut short due to COVID. Nick has always been a high-energy guy for our team. He's been fun to be around, but this year he had to step up and play a little bit more of a leadership role, and we're really proud of him to be representing tonight as the long jump champion at the All-City meet. Nick was a state qualifier this year with a best of 21 feet 9 3/4 inches. He'll be attending MCC, majoring in business, and he'll be continuing his long jump career there. Then we've got Garrett Fernandez. Garrett is a sophomore. He's part of our pole vault squad. He is also a member of the marching band. So Garrett and the pole vault squad, we tend not to always see them. They're always doing their own thing, and he's the epitome of work hard and success in silence. He's a leader of a very young group that we have there in the boys pole vault team. Last year, he jumped just over 10 feet. This year, he was at 12'7". So if we can keep going in 2.5 foot increments, we're gonna be really good by the time he's a senior. But we're really excited to recognize Garrett here for our pole vault champion. And then Shad has been a 4-year member of our cross country and our track and field team. He's one of the crazy kids that loves to run those long distances. He's our 32-meter champ. He also qualified for the 1600 meter at state. He was on our 4x8 relay that was an all-state at the podium at the Open Championships, and he is headed to Concordia next year to continue his running career. Offie's not here with us tonight, but I do want to recognize him. Offie is a sophomore as well. He was our champion in the shot put, state qualifier, and he improved by 6 feet this year. And then furthest from my left is Owen Lee. Owen's a junior. He was a superstar as a frosh, but unfortunately, before we got to the postseason, he had an injury. He was still coming back last year, so we didn't get him as a sophomore, but we were thrilled to have him back. This year, he is our discus champion at the city meet. He was the Division I runner-up, placed 4th at the Open Championships this weekend, and he still holds the best mark in the state for this season. Owen Lee. And then last but not least, Hayden Gorvitz. Hayden's a junior. Some of you may know Hayden. If you don't, you might want to grab his autograph before you leave tonight. Hayden is the division state champ, or defending state champ from last year in the javelin. On March 10th, he broke the state record. That was only our 3rd meet of the year. Then March 25th, he went down to Willie Williams and competed unattached. That's a collegiate meet down at U of A, and he won it. Then we convinced Huffine and Barb to let us take our team to Texas to get some national competition at the high school level, and Hayden was our Texas Relays champion at UT. Last 2 weeks, he's had a busy week where he was the Division I champion, he won the AIA Open Championship, and he is currently the #1 javelin thrower in the country. Hayden Gorvitz. And just one thing I want to say, those of us coaches, you're about to hear from a couple more, what this district was able to do at our city meet was probably in many events better than the finals at the state meets. The talent here that you're going to see from the Corona boys that just came up, and then the remaining athletes to be recognized today. You've got a very, very talented group, and we're really excited to be competing almost every week with you guys in the district, so congrats to all of them.
Good evening. I am Coach Geronimo Montaño from McClintock High School. I'm going to speak on behalf of Coach Don Abrams, who is a man of few words outside of our track and field meetings at home. I have the honor, the pleasure of introducing Lawrence Monroe. I want to say thank you to the Tempe All-City Association, because it's always quite an honor when we get an opportunity to really show and say thank you and appreciate our youth and what they do athletically. So thank you very much to the Tempe All-City Association for putting this on and allowing us as coaches to come up and honor our athletes. Lawrence, I will give you all a little bit of homework. If you Google the McClintock King, Monroe does it all for McClintock, does it all for the Chargers. You'll see a picture of him, and you'll hear a little bit about who he is as an athlete. He's a three-sport athlete for us at McClintock: basketball, football, and track and field. He is our high jump city champion. He was one of those freshmen who, he's a senior, and he was one of those freshmen who 2020 stole the season from. And I remember when I first met him, I think this is the first time I've called him Lawrence. I have called him Aches and Pains since he was a freshman. Why? Because every day at practice, he was in pain. Something hurt every single day. And so he earned the title Aches and Pains. And as he was growing, he literally worked through those aches and pains to become the amazing athlete that he has become. He makes it look really easy on the basketball court, on the football field, and on the track. He can jump out the building, and it really takes him little effort. So it is my pleasure to have you all go out and Google search him, and hopefully we'll get a chance to say congratulations to him pretty soon here. But he is a senior moving on, and we're very appreciative that he spent his time at McClintock High School. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Coach Whitaker, Brian Whitaker here at Mountain Point. Excited to be here, and thanks. Last year at this time, we didn't have any athletes represented here, so I'm extremely excited to talk about our gentlemen here tonight. I first want to thank Aaron Frauner, our athletic director, Molly Wally, all the support they gave us to get through this season with our out-of-state trips and give these guys a competitive meets that they need to be successful at the end of the year. They're a big part of it, so thank you. These gentlemen standing here are a big part of the reason why we are called state champions. Beginning of the year, we set out what the process was going to be. They had goals, individual goals as mine, but they put those in a step to do something that we wanted to do for the first time in 21 years, which was bring a state championship here to Mountain Point. These gentlemen, they trusted that process. And in our sport, you don't have to go too far outside the lines. You follow the process. You get some young men to follow those steps and do what's right, believe in, and trust in it for 16 weeks. You can accomplish a goal such as a state championship. Up here is 59 points of the 86 we scored at state. Congrats to that. Big part of that was Coach Trevia Davis that's down there as well. She's been with me for the last, 7 years. We brought home 3 state champions. Coach Davis. First athlete I'm going to talk about is Javier Jones. We call him JJ. JJ is a multi-sport athlete, uber talented. We found that out this year. He competed in 7 different events. He's a 400 runner, a 200. He qualified for the 100 meters in state. Unfortunately, he had 4 other guys that also did on the same team, which is a unique situation. But JJ was that talented. So going into the city meet, we tried to put him in a new event, and that was the triple jump. And with his athletic ability, I thought that was something he could be successful in. And he shocked us all. He just continued to get better and better with each jump, and that's why he's standing up here today. He was the all-city triple jump champion. He carried that on into state and finished 3rd at state. As he entered the state as the 18th best jumper, he was a competitor. And he showed that at state by being the 18th seed and then finishing 3rd. Did a fantastic job for us. I'm excited to have him back. He's only a junior. Congratulations, JJ. Our next individual is Jalen Palmer. Jalen, step forward. Jalen's a multi-sport athlete. I had the pleasure of having him in football as well. A defensive back. He could play college, and he's going to probably dabble in going to college and doing track as well, as he had a great senior year for us. He was a 100-meter champ at Tempe City. He was also the 100-meter champ at state. He's a 200-meter runner. He finished fourth at state and fourth at the AIA Open Championships. He was on the state champion 4x1, the state champion 4x4 team, Jalen Palmer. Jalen, also one more thing, is that he entered the state as the second fastest runner in the state of Arizona and backed that up as a state. If there's an Iron Word award that I have on the team, I think I might have just made up an award I'm going to give you. He ran in 15 races in the last week. He ran 8 at the Division II state championships, and he ran 7. That's unheard of in our sport. Most coaches wouldn't sign anyone up for that. He battled through that and was on the podium multiple times. So that's a big thing. Good job, Jalen. Our third young man is going to be Jaden Davis. Jaden, step forward. Jaden and I go way back. I've had the pleasure of having Jaden since he was in 7th grade. I saw that intense competitor even then in the games of sprout ball and dodgeball and APA. You see that out on the track. He set out goals early in his career, what he wanted to do. When he came to us at Mount Point, he stared at that record board and said, yep, that talented Paul Lucas 400 times coming down. He did that midway through the season. He broke that state record at Arcadia in the 400, and he broke it 3 times after that, including at the Open State Championship. So he's a record holder in the 400 in the state of Arizona. He's ranked 8th nationally in that event. He had the top time in the 200 this year. He was a 4x1 champ, 200-meter champ, 400-meter champ, and 4x4 meter champion. Jaden carries a 3.4 GPA, just an outstanding athlete. His work ethic is beyond anyone's I've ever seen. I've told him that before. He's going to do great things. I get to see him run here at ASU as he'll be competing there next year. Jaden Davis. Last but not least, Matthew Braun. Maddie, character for sure. Keep me on my toes. But gosh dang, fearless competitor. Last year, we were trying to find events for him. He's a javelin thrower, battled through that elbow injury. At the end of the year, he wanted to run a couple races. And we said, you get to pick one. You either get to run the 400 or the 300 hurdles. And he jumped in both. Back-to-back races. And that was the first time we saw him. We said, we might have something here. Coach Davis said, we might have something here. And he started out with the hurdles this year. He did a tremendous job. As I'd say, the fearless is something that stands out at state. Is this guy to get into the finals. He entered as a top seed. To get into the finals, he tripped over the last hurdle, had to crawl across the finish line just to make it into the prelims. At state in that finals, he's battling out with a great hurdler from Division II. And right at the last second, something I've never coached an athlete. I don't know athletes do that. He dove for the finish line. Yep. I still can't pat him on the back, but I can give him knuckles for that. I went down there to get that picture and post it on media because you can't teach those kind of things. Diving for the finish line, he lost by .05 for the champion. He was a runner-up in the 300-meter hurdler. He was a 100-meter qualifier. He's on a 4x4 state champion, Matty Braun. Once again, these guys are going to be a big part. I'm going to miss these 3 seniors. I'm excited to have JJ back, and congratulations, gentlemen.
Coach Whitaker, could you stay up here for a moment, please? It's always been a tradition with the Tempe All-City Association that they like to honor the coach of a state championship team. Coach Whitaker and his track team won the state title this year. Congratulations, Coach. Next, we'll honor the girls' track team.
I'm up here a second time. Our girls' head coach, Coach Crane, his son was born well, not today, but it was his son's birthday. So they had family in town. So I'm here to present the girls as well. But I actually feel blessed to be able to do this because both of these lovely ladies to my side here, I've had the privilege of coaching either through individual events, through club, or whatever it may be. So I'm actually really happy to actually be able to work to present their awards to them. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is Ina McMahon. Ina McMahon is probably going to be one of the top female athletes we've ever had come through our program. She currently has broken a few times her own 100-meter hurdles, and long jump school records. If we could have convinced her to do like things like the 400, she probably could have also went after that one, and a couple other things and stuff like that. But she's had a lot of success over the last few years. At the division level, she is a two-time pole vault champ. She was fourth in the 100 meters. She's been second in the 100 hurdles. She's been second in long jump this year. Previous years, she was fifth in the 100. She was first in the 100 hurdles last year, and she was a member of the sixth place 4x1 team. At state, this year she was second in the 100 hurdles and third in the long jump. As well as she kind of qualified for finals, but there was long jump, 100 hurdles, and the 100-meter dash kind of going all at the same time, so she didn't run in that. She also last year went up to Nike Nationals where she finished 12th in the 100 hurdles, as well as finishing second in the emerging elite in the long jump event. That was the third time she had done it. So it was pretty good. Pretty much we figured out like some of the only events that she can't do is the shot put, which she struggled with a little bit. She did a multi-event one time, and shot put was not her best event. She's going to University of Arizona next year to compete, and so we look forward to seeing what she can do next year. The next individual that I have the privilege to present this award to has been up here more than a few times now. She was up here last year as the long jump champ. This year she's up here as the triple jump champ. Last year she finished third in. This year she finished third in the long jump as well. If it wasn't for Ina, Sophia would be the school record holder in the long jump. So as I said originally, that there are a lot of school record holders that we'd be presenting up here. So pretty much every individual who was up here for our school is a school record holder. Sophia had qualified for division championships all 3 years that they've been hosted. Again, freshman year, didn't count. She, though, is more than just an athlete. She has been recognized for her skill in the arts. She can tell you ridiculous facts and make calls on what kind of birds are flying around or making noises. She rock climbs. She, does so much. And for me personally, to give this award to her again this year is extremely important because, as we mentioned, freshman year was the COVID year. And as a coach and someone who did this sport, and it was this sport that means a lot to me, and I was used to doing this all the time. And when the season got shut down, as I'm sure a lot of coaches did, there was a little bit of uncertainty of what the future looked like. And I had 3 athletes who said, "Hey, Coach, can we start doing something? If it's at the park or whatever it is." And that, for me personally, really kind of shook me out of the funk that was created from COVID and not being able to work with the athletes and stuff like that. And Sophia was one of those athletes, and I can forever be thankful for that because she definitely got me through a lot of the things these last few years. So thank you, Sophia.
All right.
Hello, my name is Tori Tyler. I'm the girls' head coach from Desert Vista. Tonight I have the pleasure of speaking about these 7 young ladies. First of all, I want to thank my 3 seniors up here. I'm going to really miss you guys next year. They're all-stars on the track, off the track, great leaders, great in the classroom, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future. So I'm really going to miss you guys next year. First, I get to talk about Brooklyn. Right here, Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the city champ in the 3200. She placed 6th at divisionals in the 16. She had a PR of 5 minutes and 7 seconds, and 5th in the 32, also PR'd. So double PR at divisional, that's pretty impressive. Let's see, at state she also placed 8th in the 32, and she was a member of the state runner-up cross-country team, and she'll be returning next year as a junior. Brooklyn. Next I have Logan, one of our seniors. Logan. Logan is our city champ for pole vault. So before I became head coach, I was one of the pole vault coaches, so I personally got to coach Logan. I just appreciate her leadership. We have a large girls squad on a pole vault team, and she's a great leader, great mentor. All the girls really look up to her, so we're gonna really miss her leadership on the pole vault squad next year. But Logan was city champ for pole vault. At division, she placed 4th in jumping a season best of 12 feet, which is the same height that the winner got, or the top 4 got. So they were battling it out with misses. Next year, Logan's going to continue on with both academics and athletics at Cal Poly San Obispo, and she'll be studying environmental management with a minor in Chinese. I believe you also said you're going to be doing a lot of surfing. Yeah, so I'll be jealous about that. Next, I have Saray. Where's Saray? Wave. So Saray is a 2-sport athlete. She was also a member of the state champion girls basketball team this year. And so right after basketball season stopped, she was out at track the next day. So we really appreciate her commitment to track, even though it's her 2nd sport. We appreciate all the time that we get with her in the spring. Saray is a city champ for the 400. At division, she was a member of our 4x1 team. She's ran the 4x4 at division. The 4x1 team placed 3rd, and she does it all. She's a great leader on our team, and again, she will be returning next year. She is a junior. Tatum is our freshman up here, our lone freshman, Tatum Lee. She is the city champ in the discus with a throw of 97 feet 4 inches. At division, she placed 4th with a throw of 114 feet and 11 inches, so a huge PR. I don't believe you were ranked for division, but she was able to get on the podium, which is pretty amazing to have that huge of a PR. So whatever you did, keep doing it. I think France said he told you to aim for the clouds, so keep doing that, okay? Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, Tatum is a freshman, so she'll be returning for the next couple years. Have her. Emily Littlefield. Emily was also a member of the girls cross country team that was runner-up this year. She's city champ in the 1600. Last year she was city champ in the 3200. At division she placed 7th in the 16 and PR'd by 6 seconds. Also pretty impressive. And 4th in the 32, which was another PR. So both these young ladies PR'd in their long distance races at divisionals, which is awesome. Her PR in the 3200 put her 10th all time for the Desert Vista list, and she placed 7th at state as well. Emily's going to be continuing on to run cross country and track at Concordia and be studying sports marketing. Thank you, Emily. All right, Janaya. Janaya is our high jump city champ. She jumped 5 feet 2 inches. She placed 8th at division. She was a little upset with what she got height-wise at division, but the next week came back with a vengeance and PR'd and jumped 5'6", which earned her 2nd place in the open division and number 4 all-time for the DV list. That's pretty good. She could high jump over me, so that's cool. Janaya is a senior, and she'll be continuing on at Pima Community College and studying marketing. Thank you, Janaya. All right, lastly, we have Kaya. Kaya is our 200-meter state champ. This is her first year running track. I had her in PE last year, and all year I was like, hey, you need to come out for track, and kept pushing it. She's like, no, I'm afraid I'm slow. Okay, she's not, all right? She is currently 2nd all-time in the 100 meters. She is 4th all-time for 200, which also put her 4th at division. She's the sophomore class record holder and school record holder in 200, right? Okay, 200. I didn't update my list, okay? So that just happened at the state meet last Saturday. She was a member of our 4x1 team that took 3rd. She's run the 4x4 when we've needed her to. She's kind of just our go-to, and I can't wait to see what she does in the future. She's only a sophomore. Lastly, I just want to thank all the parents for loving your kids, showing up to our meets. Track is a tough sport where it's not like a basketball game where you show up for 2 hours and you're done. We're out there for 10 hours in the heat. It was pretty nice this year, but parents, I just really want to thank you guys for supporting your athletes, and athletes, thank you for helping us out. Thank you. All right, go that way.
Hi, thank you. I'm here to talk about Annie Killian. Unfortunately, she had to leave. She's in orchestra, so she had to head over there to go perform. But first off, I want to thank the Tempe Y'all City and thank Mr. Jermaine Whitaker, our athletic director, and our head coach, Don Abrams. I'm Kylie Keyser. I'm the distance coach and the head cross-country coach at McClintock High School. It's my honor and pleasure to award Annie Killian her first city championship. Not only is she city champion, she is our 2023 Girls Division II 800 state champion, where she broke her own school record. She came back to finish top 10 in the Open Division State Championships, where she also broke her own school record again. She is the anchor for our girls 4x8, and she leads us off in the girls 4x4, who also broke the school record twice at the Open State Championships. Annie also excels in the classroom. She currently has a weighted GPA of 4.9, taking all AP and honors classes. We are so excited to have her back for one more year, and hopefully she's here again next year. Thank you.
And as I'm back again, I'll introduce myself as one of the throws coaches at McClintock. I have the pleasure of introducing to you Miss Chloe Bolin first, and I'll explain to you who's on my right. Chloe is only a second-year track and field athlete. It's going to be bittersweet to see Chloe go. I don't want to see her go. She came out last year, and this is her second time earning this honor. And this year, she decided to make it a little bit more challenging, coming out to track and field with a hand injury on her throwing hand. And coming out from a second sport, she's also a soccer athlete. We didn't have very much time with Chloe. If there is a way to describe the epitome of all city, I mean like all city, doing everything in the city at every school, Chloe is that and should be the face of it. Most of the students who were here and are remaining here probably know Chloe's face. When I walked in, I saw that she was working this event. Chloe is like the once-in-a-lifetime student athlete that you'll have who leaves a legacy behind at her high school and furthermore in Tempe Unified. I am so honored to be her coach. So proud of her, not only for coming out, working through the injury, but earning this honor. I know she was very frustrated at the division meet, but Chloe, that is just a page that you add to your story that's going to fuel whatever comes next. And I know it's going to be amazing, and you don't get rid of me that easily. Chloe and I had our first track and field mother-daughter little argument, little spat this season, which means I totally love you, Chloe. Totally got to protect you, and I can't wait to see what you do at the next level. You're amazing. You really are. On my right, I have the honor of now giving the All-City, I'm sorry, and Chloe was for javelin. I have the honor of giving the All-City Shot Put Champion Award to Miss Shelby Schaefer's mom. Shelby is not here because she is, well, before the Thunder and Lightning canceled it, but she was ready to participate in a flag football championships. And so her mom is here to collect this award for her. Shelby is one of those athletes that comes out and says not a word. She is silent and deadly. She is such a hard worker. She's so unassuming. And let me just say, you have done an amazing job with this young woman. She is kind, she's courteous, and an athlete who you just want to point to other athletes to say, if you need an example, just watch her. Just watch her. She's considered a clutch player. She's a basketball player, and she's clutch on the basketball court and on the track. We were so lucky to have Shelby. Shelby comes from a family of athletes, and I'll give you a little homework so you can put a face to a name there too. There is an Arizona Varsity article where Shelby was asked 5 questions. If you want to get to know a little bit more about who she is and who she comes from, go and check out that article. Again, you've done an amazing job, and we're going to miss Shelby so much. Thank you so much.
I don't know. I always get nervous when I come out, come up here, but I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me a second year at Mountain Point as the girls' head coach. This is my second year coaching Jasmine Corbin, and it's an honor for me to coach her, and it's a privilege to coach her, and I'm so happy that I met her. I would like for her parents to stand up. I want to thank you guys for trusting me to coach Jasmine. Jasmine is our 300-meter hurdler. This is her second year getting the All-City Tempe Award here. And I would like to thank our AD, Mr. Aaron Frana. He is stellar, amazing AD. I love being with him. I want to thank Coach Whitaker because he threw my name in a hat for me to be here with the pride. So thank you, Coach Whitaker, and I'm proud of you, what you did with the boys this year. It was an amazing thing, and it was a joyous thing for our school. Jasmine also can go anywhere she wanted to in the U.S. of A. to go to school. She has a 4.6 GPA, so not only is she beautiful, as you can see with her standing here, she's smart and she is fast. She's one of the hardest working girls on the track team. There's no one like her in the weight room. She's amazing in the weight room every single day. She gets better than the day before, and I love that about her. And she works out so hard in the weight room that we had some knee problems this year, and she even worked through that, persevered through that. Jasmine was a state qualifier, and she made it to the finals in the 300-meter hurdles. That was a great thing for us in the PR in the 300-meter hurdles. She will continue her track and field career at the University of Central Missouri. Yay, Jasmine. And so I hate that I didn't have 4 years with her, but I appreciate the year and a half that I did have with Jasmine. So here I present to you Jasmine Corbin.
I'd just like to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to thank my fellow All City Association members for putting this on. It is a huge event as far as we're all concerned. I always like to leave you with a quote. I don't know where I get half of these. I just put them in my phone. I know I stole this from somebody, but I'm not sure who. But I thought it was very appropriate. Don't be sorry, be responsible. Don't be bitter, be better. Don't be a victim, be victorious. And don't make simple harder. Thank you. I hope you have a safe trip home, and we'll see you next year.